Symbols being allotted to candidates nationwide. Campaigning begins tomorrow. Tariq Rahman begins election campaign tomorrow from Sylhet. Offer prayer at Shahjalal Shrine. And the days of influencing public opinion through mob violence are over, says Jamaat Amir, condemns recent attacks on workers. Welcome to the News24 English Bulletin. This is Nafisa and those were the headlines. Now the details. The Election Commission has allocated symbols to candidates for the 13th National Parliamentary Election. Formal campaigning will start tomorrow. The symbol distribution began at 9 a.m. and ended by 3 p.m. Candidates collected their symbols from local returning officers. A total of 119 symbols were assigned. Officials reminded all candidates to follow election codes. "15 law enforcement officers will be deployed at each polling center during the election. In high-risk areas, 25,500 body cameras will be used to monitor voting. Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shafiqul Alam shared the details at a press briefing at the Foreign Service Academy in Dhaka on Wednesday. Officials said the measures aim to ensure safe and fair elections. The High Court has directly dismissed the petition of BNP candidate Munjur Hassan Munshi in Kumilla 4. A two-judge bench issued the order on Wednesday. Munjur had filed the petition on January 19, seeking to restore his nomination. The Election Commission lawyer said he concealed loan information in his affidavit. Rival candidate Hasnat Abdullah said defaulters should not enter Parliament. Munjur is reportedly planning to appeal the court's decision. BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman will begin the party's election campaign with a trip to Sylhet tomorrow. BNP Election Committee spokesperson confirmed that Tariq Rahman will reach in Sylhet by flight tonight. He will visit Hazrat Shahjalal's shrine late at night. Tomorrow, he will attend a rally at Sylhet Alia Madrasa ground, then rallies in Maulavi Bazar, Habiganj, Brahmanbaria and Kisharganj. Later, he will join rallies in Narsingdi and Naranganj before returning to Dhaka. Jamaat Islami held a protest march in Mirpur against attacks on its leaders and workers. The march started at Mirpur Kamal Shrani and ended with a rally at Amtala. Leaders said they want a peaceful election and accused one group of creating violence under the guise of monitoring election codes. They vowed to confront all future acts of electoral violence. Jamaat Islami Chief Shafiqur Rahman warned that attempts to disrupt the election will face strong youth response. He visited injured party workers at Ibn Sina Hospital in Dhaka after clashes in Mirpur last night. At least 16 Jamaat activists were injured. Rahman comforted that injured and urged the government to bring the culprits to justice quickly. He said creating a fascist-like election environment will not be tolerated. BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman spoke with families of the deceased and injured from the Milestone school plane accident. Before entering the party office in Gulshan on Wednesday, Tariq Rahman met the victims' families. He promised BNP will make every effort to meet their demands if it comes to power. Families expressed satisfaction at meeting him directly and appreciated his support. Abul Kalam Azad, sentenced to death for crimes against humanity, surrendered to the International Crimes Tribunal. He surrendered himself on Wednesday morning. Last year, Azad had applied to the Home Ministry to suspend his sentence under Section 401 of the Criminal Procedure Code. On January 21, 2013, the tribunal's chairman, Justice Obaidul Hassan, had handed down the death sentence. Italy has expressed full support for Bangladeshis July Charter aimed at democratic transformation and renewal. Italy's Under-Secretary of Defense Matteo Perego met the Chief Advisor Dr. Mohammad Yunus at the Jamna State Guest House in Dhaka on Tuesday. They discussed trade, defense, cooperation, migration, the upcoming general election and referendum, EU election monitoring and the July Charter. The Chief Advisor's Deputy Press Secretary Abul Kalam Azad Majumdar confirmed the meeting's outcome on Wednesday. E-bail bonds will reduce hardship for court applicants and improve transparency, said Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs Advisor Dr. Asif Nazrul. The second phase of e-bail bond operations was launched virtually in 8 districts including Manikganj, Bandarban, Meherpur and Jaipurhat on Wednesday. Previously, submitting a bail bond required 10 to 12 steps, causing delays and inconvenience. The new system aimed to simplify the process, ensure accountability and reduce the burden on the public. Europe is suspending its July trade deal with the United States over President Trump's Greenland purchase plan and tariff threats. The standoff has caused sharp declines in U.S. and European stock markets. The dollar's value has also dropped. If the deal is not finalized by February 7, the EU could impose 930 billion euros in retaliatory tariffs. French President Emmanuel Macron favors a strong response, but Washington has warned Europe against taking countermeasures. And that's all from the newsroom today. Thank you for watching News 24. Stay with us.